So in the last class, we were discussing about esophageal carcinoma, and we also discussed a little bit about gastric carcinoma. So what can you tell me about esophageal carcinoma? Where does it start? What are the causative agents, so on and so forth? What is esophageal carcinoma? How does it occur? What is the etiology of esophageal carcinoma?
Diet and personal habits.
Hmm. That is one factor. So what are included in this?
Sir, consumption of alcohol,
Hmm.
contaminated of food materials,
Contaminated with what?
sir, fungi or
Hmm. Anything else?
Esophageal disorders.
Okay. Esophageal disorders such as what problem can cause esophageal carcinoma?
Esophageal sphincter. Yes.
Hmm? Esophageal sphincter. There are four disorders that I told you yesterday which can lead to carcinoma. What are those four disorders? Acha, first of all, there will be inflammation of the esophagus itself, which will be esophagitis. What are the other three? और तीन बोला था मैं. So there's a problem in which your LES does not open properly, especially while swallowing. What is that problem called? Achalasia बोलते. And we also have hiatus hernia. Okay, wherein the stomach is bulging into the chest through the diaphragm, that is the hiatus hernia, or it could be a diverticulum. Diverticulum. Okay, pouching of the esophagus outside. So this pouch can be because of a weakening in the outer lining of your esophagus, when it is pouching out 1 to 4 inches in length. There can be some other factors as well, such as family history, genetic factors, or the race that the person belongs to. All right. So, what are the two main types of esophageal carcinomas? There are two types, right? Esophageal carcinoma,
Squamous
squamous cell carcinoma, and
and adenocarcinoma.
mm, okay. What is squamous cell carcinoma? Acha, when does it arise? Obviously, squamous cell है, तो squamous cell में से carcinoma start हो रहा. So name itself is a giveaway. Um, when does the disease occur? Squamous cell carcinoma generally. What age?
so 60 to 70,
Hmm. 60 to 70 years of age, and more common in men than in women. Microscopically, what are the three types of tumors that you see in squamous cell carcinoma?
Ulcerative.
Hmm.
Polyploid fungi.
Fungal.
Polyploid fungating type. That is the most common one. Polyploid fungating type, and
Ulcerative
hmm,
necrotic ulcer
hmm,
and diffuse infiltrative.
diffuse infiltrative type. So three types of tumors that are seen in squamous cell carcinoma. Then what is adenocarcinoma?
Sir, they are cancer originating from the mucus producing cell.
Good. Mucus producing cell is the location where the cancer is originating from, and where is it exactly occurring in the esophagus? Which part of the esophagus?
Lower.
Lower part, lower to middle third of the esophagus. वहाँ से नीचे towards the ileus mainly occurs in men, 40s, 50s, in that age group. All right. Coming to gastric carcinoma now. Gastric carcinoma. So gastric carcinoma के causative agents क्या है?
Sir, it is caused by infection by H. pylori.
Persistent H. pylori infection can lead to cancer, and there are four factors.
Dietary factor.
Sir, racial factors.
Sir, diet.
Dietary factors, racial factors. So what race and what diet?
Sir, smoked food,
Smoked food.
Mm.
pickled raw vegetables,
Mm.
heavy nitrate,
Nitrate, especially in preservatives, and high intake of salt as well. And racial factors may essentially it is higher in African Americans, blacks. And finally, genetic factors, the last one. Okay, so people who have generally 4% of patients who have gastric cancer will have a family member who has history of this disease, and it is more common in individuals with blood group A. Okay, they have a higher tendency of developing this cancer, gastric cancer. Now, what are the pathological changes that you see in gastric carcinoma? So you have something called early gastric carcinoma and late carcinoma, right? Early gastric carcinoma and advanced gastric carcinoma. What is the difference between both of them? How do you differentiate between early and advanced gastric carcinomas? Depends on depth.
In early, it is limited to mucosa only, and in advanced, it involves muscularis.
So in early, it is going from it is going up to mucosa. Sometimes it will go up to submucosa as well, right? In advanced type, it is entering into muscularis propria. It is going beyond into the deeper layers, and sometimes it will also penetrate into the peritoneum. And in advanced gastric carcinoma, what are the 5 types of patterns that you see? You'll see 5 patterns, right? In advanced carcinoma, what are those 5 patterns?
Uls-
Polyploid.
ulcerative,
Hmm.
getting type,
अल्सरेटिव मतलब ट्यूमर अल्सर का वैसा आ रहा है या अल्सर के अंदर ट्यूमर आ रहा?
Answer क्या था ना फिर?
The tumor is like an ulcer. Okay, ulcerative type.
Yes.
All right. Then
ulcer cancer,
this is what is ulcer cancer?
Sir, there will be the formation of ulcer first, and then that ulcer will turn into
The
chronic
tumor is essentially
gastric
developing
ulcer.
from the cancer, from the ulcer itself. All right. Then the 3 more types, right?
Mucoid,
Colloid या mucoid,
and
jelly-like tumor रहता, colloid or mucoid. So the tumor itself is very gelatinous. It'll have gelatinous secretion as well. It'll secrete mucus specifically. And there are 2 more types. One will look like a cauliflower, fungating type. Okay. And this will be very friable,
propagating
very
type.
crumble easily. And Skirris type. ठीक है. So these are the 5 main patterns that'll appear in advanced gastric carcinoma. What are the clinical features that you see in patients with gastric carcinoma?
Abdominal pain,
Mm,
gastric distension, vomiting and nausea,
mm,
weight loss,
mm,
anemia,
Loss of appetite.
weakness,
mm. What are the common
dehydration.
complications? Dehydration to a certain extent as well, yes. Not very common, but yeah, sometimes it will happen. What are the complications? Common complications that are seen? These are associated with clinical features. So whenever a person has gastric cancer and there is abdominal distension and damage to your abdomen, obviously there will be at some point or the other hemorrhage, bleeding. Okay, it can cause obstruction. The tumor itself can cause an obstruction to the pathway of food. It can cause perforation, especially if it is an ulcerative type of tumor. It will perforate all the way up to the peritoneum. Okay, and sometimes if the perforation is severe enough wherein the material of your stomach is being exposed to the liver will start getting damaged, and as a result the patient will have jaundice. So these are the 4 main complications of gastric carcinoma. Okay. There's a difference between complication and clinical feature. Okay, clinical features जो है will be associated directly with the disease. So for example, if someone is having meningitis, let us suppose, उनके अंदर या rather than meningitis TB पड़े ना, हाँ, tuberculosis, let's suppose someone is having tuberculosis, then in them the main clinical features will be cough, bloody cough, the shortness of breath, all of that, anemia, वो पूरे direct features है. Clinical this thing क्या बोलते हैं, complications will be problems that are occurring in different organs which should not happen normally. So even though TB is a lung infection, the patient might have dissemination of TB and miliary TB की वजह से it is going to the brain and it is causing neurological problems. The patient might have seizures, or the patient might have loss of consciousness, or the patient's liver might get affected and they might be having increased transaminases. वो पूरा liver damage, kidney damage, whatever you call it, that will be a complication. ठीक है. So it is not the primary involvement as such, but it is a secondary problem caused due to the primary problem. That is a complication. So for example, आप diabetes patients में देखें तो they will not be able to see properly, they will have a lot of bleeding, they will not be able to clot in time. वो पूरे complications है. Even though diabetes itself is a metabolic disorder in which glucose is not entering into cells, because of that excessive amount of glucose, several other bodies functions will not work properly. Kidneys are not working properly, eyes are not working properly, retinopathy is occurring, neuropathy is occurring, so on and so forth. Those are all complications of the disease. Same way, gastric carcinoma complications will be hemorrhage, obstruction, perforation, and jaundice. All right. Now coming to intestinal carcinoma, first we'll talk about small intestine. Now, one of the most common type of small intestinal carcinoma will be something called a carcinoid tumor. Carcinoid tumor भी बोलते हैं इसको, or it is also called a argentaphenoma. Okay. Now, argentaphenoma or carcinoid tumor is a name that is given to tumor that secretes serotonin. Okay. These type of tumors themselves are endocrine in nature. All right. They originate from endocrine cells, and especially in this scenario, they will start secreting a lot of serotonin. Ever heard of serotonin? Who is serotonin? अच्छा, लास्ट ईयर आप लोग न्यूरोलॉजी जब पढ़ रहे थे, नर्व ट्रांसमिशन एंड ऑल, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट वन फेलो कॉल्ड सेरोटोनिन, राइट? Acetylcholine, serotonin, norepinephrine. What is serotonin? Never came across the term serotonin. It's a neurotransmitter, correct. So what does a neurotransmitter do? The most simplest definition of serotonin, it is a neurotransmitter. What does a neurotransmitter do? What is it transmitting?
Signal, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Signal, sir. Like
Signal.
sleeping,
What kind of signals are they?
sleeping, digestion, eating.
You are almost on the correct path. वो signals को क्या की बोलते हैं ना, किधर से जा रहे signals, कहाँ किसको पहुंच रहे signals? Electrical impulses.
Synapse.
It is called action potential. ठीक है. So that is the way through which, one way through which your neurons are talking to each other. Okay, so imagine these as messengers. ठीक है, they are chemical messengers of information. Think of it like WhatsApp. ठीक है, imagine serotonin as WhatsApp, and imagine adrenaline as hike. Imagine your dopamine as Telegram. They are different media through which you will get different responses, but essentially what is happening is impulse is transmitting from one location to other. Okay, or potential is being transferred from one area to another area in a neuron. Okay, using these neurotransmitters, one area to other area, it means that one neuron to other neuron. Okay. Okay, so as you're discussing, carcinoid tumors are tumors that are originating from endocrine cells, and these endocrine cells have the capability of secreting serotonin. Now, you can have three different types of carcinoid tumors. You can have foregut type. So, depending on where it is, the carcinoid tumor, if it is present in stomach, duodenum, or esophagus, उन लोगों को foregut carcinoids बोलते हैं. Okay, the carcinoids will look something like this. Once again, I'll show you. This is how carcinoid tumor looks. Okay. Now, foregut अगर stomach में रहा, duodenum में रहा, या esophagus में रहा, ठीक है. You can have midgut carcinoids as well. Midgut carcinoids are present if midgut carcinoid is termed if the carcinoids are present in terminal ileum, and appendix. Ileum large intestine का part है या small intestine का part है? Is ileum a part of small intestine or large intestine? देखो, आप पैथोलॉजी पढ़ रहे बोले तो ये याद रहना पड़ता हो. बेसिक एनाटॉमी एंड फिजियोलॉजी स्पेशली. Okay, find out and tell me, ileum किसका part है? What are the parts of small intestine? What are the parts of large intestine? Small. पक्का? अच्छा, what are the other parts? अगर small intestine का ileum एक part है तो what are the other parts? कितने parts रहते totally? Alright, hindgut is mainly of rectum and colon. ठीक है, if carcinoid tumors are present in rectum and colon, that is when they are called hindgut tumors. So depending on the location of the carcinoid itself, you can have foregut, midgut, or hindgut type of carcinoids. Now the pathological changes that you will see, these carcinoids are very, very small. Okay, they are like button-like elevations. They'll be present in your submucosa, as you saw in that image. They'll be very, very small button-like elevations. Okay, and these are coming out of your submucosa. Okay, they will be intact. Sometimes they can be ulcerative as well. So ulcerated type of tumor bhi reh sakte, which are present, which will be seen over the mucosa itself. So submucosa mein se mucosa mein penetrate ho rahi hai, and mostly they will occur singly. Okay, monotonous hote. Kabhi kabhi you can see them in groups, very rarely. Right? poorly defined cell boundaries. The cell boundaries जो है, you will not be able to differentiate clearly, okay, this is the tumor and this is the normal cell. If tumor has poorly differentiated cell boundary, you will not be able to clearly tell where the tumor is ending and where normal tissue is starting. Okay. Well differentiated tumors जो रहते हैं उन those tumors you can clearly tell, okay, this is the tumor and this is the normal cell. Undifferentiated tumor रहता carcinoid, okay, or poorly differentiated rather than undifferentiated itself. Then we have large intestine carcinomas. Now large intestine carcinomas may mainly you will have colorectal carcinoma. Colorectal carcinoma will comprise of 98% of all malignant tumors of your large intestine. So the most common type of large intestine tumor by far 98% in, so if you have 100 patients of large intestine cancer, 98% of them will be colorectal cancer. Causative agents or etiological agents will include geographic variations. So by geographic variation, I mean it is specific to certain areas. Generally developed countries में बहुत common रहता है ये compared to developing countries. ठीक है, affluent societies which have a little more budget or a little more sophisticated living, in those areas it is more common. So developed areas में ज़्यादा common रहता. Dietary factors play a role. Now in this scenario, dietary factors will include a diet which does not have enough amount of fiber. ठीक है, low intake of vegetable fiber. Generally what will happen is because of low amount of vegetable fiber, the stool bulk will be very low. The bulk of the stool will be very low, and that is associated with a higher risk of colorectal cancer. Consumption of extremely high amounts of fatty foods, junk food, regularly. If you eat it once in a while it is fine, but regularly eating junk food, fatty food is a problem. Consumption of excessive amounts of refined carbohydrates, processed food, especially bread and all, that will be a problem that can lead to colorectal cancer. If someone has adenocarcinoma, that can lead to colorectal cancer at some point of time. Let's suppose someone has an adenocarcinoma in their colon. Okay, that colonic adenocarcinoma can, you know, later on turn into a colorectal cancer, which will be a bigger problem. Okay. Sometimes some other diseases as well, especially have you ever heard of a disease called IBD? Inflammatory bowel disease या inflammatory bowel syndrome बोल के रहता. It contains two other diseases, sub diseases. Ulcerative colitis is one. You will have it in your portion later on. I'll explain what IBD is and what they are. But ulcerative colitis UC बोल के एक part रहता है ये disease का. So that disease itself, the syndrome itself has two different diseases, and Crohn's disease एक रहता, ulcerative colitis एक रहता. Ulcerative colitis जिसको है, if a person has ulcerative colitis, they are at a higher risk of developing colorectal carcinoma. And if they have diverticular diseases, so if they have diverticula of or diverticulum in their large intestine, yesterday I showed you what is a diverticulum. अगर diverticular disease है उनको, that also increases the risk of colorectal cancer. Now, the growth that you see, tumor-like growth that you see, will depend on which side of the colon is getting affected. Generally, right side of the colon will get affected. Right-sided growth agar raha, so it will be like this, cauliflower-like growth. Okay, it will be very soft and friable. Friable in the sense it will crumble if you put a little pressure. Okay, very, very weak. Okay, it will be very soft and very friable, and this tumor will project into the lumen of the colon, and eventually what will happen is it will start obstructing the colon itself. Sometimes the growth can happen in the left colon. वहां पर थोड़ा अलग रहता. If the growth is occurring in the left colon, right colon में रहा तो, as I told you, the tumor is blocking the lumen. ठीक है, it is growing like a cauliflower end and it is blocking the lumen. अगर left colon में रहा तो you will see a circular type of growth. ठीक है, it will be like a ring shaped growth. So example, let us suppose this is your colon. This growth will be something like this. As a goal रहती, annular ring के वैसी रहती है growth. ठीक है, the tumor itself will encircle the bowel wall circumferentially. Okay, along the circumference it will start growing, and what will happen is this area will become very fibrous and thick. जहां पर भी ये ring like structure आ रही, this area will become very very thick and very fibrous. Okay, so the tumor is a little weird in this scenario. It is not exactly penetrating into the lumen, but it is affecting the circumference of the lumen. Sometimes you will also see ulceration. Central ulceration can be seen on the surface. Okay. Clinical features of this type of cancer, whoever has colorectal cancer will be something called occult bleeding, very common. So occult bleeding is bleeding in which the patient will not know whether they are bleeding or not. Okay, you will generally see blood in the feces. Okay, or you can it can produce IDA, iron deficiency anemia हो सकता है उनको, या fecal blood रह सकता, but the patient will not actively know that they are bleeding. Okay, that is why it is called occult bleeding. There can be changes in bowel habits. Okay, mostly if there is left sided growth, what will happen is the patient's bowel habits will change. There will be loss of weight. Okay, there will be loss of appetite. The patient might have anemia. Eventually, because of loss of weight and loss of appetite, they will also develop weakness and malaise. Malaise is essentially general uncomfortable feeling as such. Okay, they will not feel well. So those are all the theoretical changes that will occur in large intestine carcinoma: occult bleeding, changes in bowel habits, loss of weight, loss of appetite, anemia, weakness, and malaise. Okay. So with that, we have completed the cancer of this thing, GIT carcinoma. We'll start hepatitis now. Now, if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask, or else we'll move on to hepatitis. Okay. Hold on. This session is about to end. I'll send you another link in your this thing. Please join that. I haven't taken attendance. 1 second.